Have you ever wondered why two countries, sharing the same island, have such contrasting fortunes? Today, we're going to explore the island of Hispaniola, a landmass in the Caribbean Sea, shared by two nations, Haiti and the Dominican Republic. This island, a vibrant tapestry of cultures, languages, and histories, presents an intriguing paradox. On one side, we have the Dominican Republic, a country experiencing steady economic growth and relative stability. With its sandy beaches, luxury resorts, and bustling cities, it's a popular destination for tourists worldwide. On the other side, however, lies Haiti, a nation plagued by chronic poverty and political instability. Despite its rich cultural heritage and resilient people, Haiti consistently ranks as one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. The living conditions are harsh, access to basic services is limited, and the political landscape is often fraught with tension. So how did these two countries, sharing the same geographic location, end up on such divergent paths? The answer to this question isn't simple. It's a complex tapestry woven from threads of history, politics, economics, and geography. You might be tempted to think that geography is the main culprit. After all, the Dominican Republic has more fertile land and better access to trade routes. But this is only a part of the story. The real reasons run deeper, embedded in centuries of colonial rule, turbulent independence movements, and the contrasting ways in which the two nations navigated their post-colonial struggles. It's a tale of two halves, each with its unique set of challenges and triumphs. It's a story that reveals the power of historical events in shaping a nation's destiny and the indomitable spirit of its people in the face of adversity. So let's delve deeper into this fascinating narrative, peeling back the layers of history to unearth the roots of this stark contrast. Because to truly understand the present, we must first explore the past. To understand this stark contrast, we need to delve into the histories of these two nations. Both countries have their roots in indigenous cultures, colonization, and slavery. The shared history of Haiti and the Dominican Republic starts with the vibrant Taino culture. The Taino, an indigenous people of the Caribbean, were the original inhabitants of the island we now know as Hispaniola. Their society was rich with traditions, social structures, and a deep respect for the land and sea. However, this peaceful existence was disrupted with the arrival of Christopher Columbus in the late 15th century. The Spanish colonizers, lured by the promise of gold and other resources, quickly established their rule. The Taino population was decimated due to disease, conflict, and harsh labor conditions, but the Spanish weren't the only European power interested in this island. The French too were drawn to the wealth of the New World. The western part of the island, which is now Haiti, came under French rule in the 17th century. The French introduced sugar plantations, and to meet the labor demands, they brought in enslaved Africans in large numbers. Both the Spanish and French ruled with an iron fist, exploiting the land and people for their own gain. Under their rule, the indigenous Taino culture was suppressed and the African slaves were treated brutally. However, the African influence seeped into the culture, languages, and religions of both regions, creating a unique blend that still exists today. The Spanish and French rule left an indelible mark on both countries. The ruthless exploitation of resources, the suppression of indigenous cultures, and the institution of slavery created deep social and economic divisions. These divisions were further entrenched by the rigid colonial class structures. The Spanish favored the lighter-skinned Dominicans, while the French preferred the darker-skinned Haitians. This racial divide played a significant role in shaping the future of both nations. The seeds of divergence were sown during this colonial period. This was the time when the paths of Haiti and the Dominican Republic began to diverge. The consequences of these early colonial decisions continue to resonate in the present day, influencing the economic, social, and political landscapes of both countries. Independence was a turning point for both nations, but it also brought new challenges. As the first black-led republic and the first independent Caribbean state, Haiti's revolution in the late 18th century was nothing short of groundbreaking. However, this monumental achievement was not met with open arms by the global community. Instead, Haiti faced widespread isolation, largely due to fears among slaveholding nations that the successful revolt would inspire similar uprisings. This isolation was not without consequence. It severely hindered Haiti's economic development and its ability to establish strong international relations. During this time, Haiti was also burdened with a staggering debt imposed by France as compensation for the loss of its former colony and its slaveholding economy. This debt, which Haiti faithfully paid over more than a century, siphoned off resources that could have been used for the nation's development. Now, let's turn our gaze to the eastern half of the island. The Dominican Republic's journey to independence was quite different. The nation transitioned from Spanish rule in the mid-19th century, entering a period of political instability marked by frequent changes in leadership and foreign intervention. However, the winds of change began to blow in the early 20th century with the rise of Rafael Trujillo. Under his iron-fisted rule, the Dominican Republic experienced a period of relative stability. Trujillo's regime, while oppressive, did bring about significant infrastructure development and modernization. This laid a foundation for future economic growth, even though it came at a high human cost. It's also worth noting that the Dominican Republic, unlike Haiti, did not face the same level of international isolation following its independence. This allowed it to establish beneficial trade relationships and attract foreign investments, further fueling its economic growth. Thus, while Haiti and the Dominican Republic share an island and a colonial history, their post-independence journeys have been markedly different. These divergent paths have played a significant role in shaping the current realities of these two nations. The paths of the two nations began to diverge even more after independence. In recent times, the contrast between Haiti and the Dominican Republic has become even more pronounced. Let's delve into the economic, political, and social factors contributing to this contrast. Economically, both nations share a similar colonial history, but their paths diverge significantly in the 20th century. The Dominican Republic embraced neoliberal policies attracting foreign investment, fostering tourism, and developing industries like sugar, tobacco, and textiles. Conversely, Haiti's economy stagnated, hindered by political instability, corruption, and a lack of infrastructure. Politically, governance plays a crucial role. The Dominican Republic, despite its share of political turmoil, has managed to forge a relatively stable democratic system. Haiti, on the other hand, has been trapped in a cycle of political instability and corruption, with over 30 changes in government since the late 20th century. This lack of political stability has hindered economic development and has left the country vulnerable to foreign interference. Foreign intervention, particularly from the United States, has played a significant role in shaping Haiti's current situation. From military occupations to financial aid with strings attached, these interventions have often exacerbated Haiti's problems rather than solving them. Natural disasters have also played a part in this contrast. Haiti's deforestation and environmental degradation have made the country more susceptible to natural disasters like hurricanes and earthquakes. The devastating earthquake in 2010, for instance, killed hundreds of thousands of people and displaced many more, further crippling the struggling nation. Tourism, a major economic driver for the Dominican Republic, has largely bypassed Haiti. The Dominican Republic's beautiful beaches, stable government, and investment in tourism infrastructure have made it a popular Caribbean destination. Haiti, with its political instability and lack of infrastructure, has struggled to attract tourists. These modern dynamics have exacerbated the differences between the two countries. As we move into the future, it's crucial to understand these underlying factors and their impact on the lives of the people who call these nations home. So, what does the future hold for Haiti and the Dominican Republic? As we peer into the crystal ball of the future, it's clear that both Haiti and the Dominican Republic stand at a crossroads. They are both brimming with potential, yet they face significant challenges. The paths they choose to navigate these challenges will determine the trajectory of their development in the decades to come. For Haiti, the path forward must include addressing the historical injustices that have plagued the nation for centuries. It's a daunting task, but one that must be undertaken with resolve and tenacity. A concerted effort is needed to tackle poverty, inequality, and corruption, and to build robust institutions that serve the interests of all Haitians, not just a privileged few. In the Dominican Republic, the future holds immense promise. But to turn this promise into reality, the country must continue to promote sustainable development. This means not only advancing economic growth, but also ensuring that this growth is inclusive and environmentally sustainable. It means investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, and implementing policies that are responsive to the needs and aspirations of the Dominican people. But perhaps the most crucial factor in shaping the future of Haiti and the Dominican Republic is fostering cooperation between the two nations. Despite their shared history and geography, they have often been at odds, with tensions flaring over issues such as migration and trade. Yet if they can find ways to collaborate and build bridges of mutual understanding, they can leverage their synergies to achieve common goals. Imagine a future where Haiti and the Dominican Republic work together to combat climate change, promote regional trade, and foster cultural exchange. A future where both nations are thriving, not just surviving, and where their success is a testament to the power of cooperation over conflict. The road ahead is undoubtedly challenging, but with vision, courage, and determination, both nations, sharing the same island, have the potential to shape a more equitable and prosperous future.